Hey everyone! Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of sink or float with some mind-blowing facts. We're talking about those everyday objects that seem to defy the laws of physics. Why does a giant cruise ship float when a tiny pebble sinks? Let's unlock the secrets behind buoyancy and density. Let's get started. Let's kick things off with a classic experiment. Coca-Cola versus Diet Coke. Grab 2 glasses of water and drop a can of each into its own glass. The regular Coke plunges to the bottom while the Diet Coke floats. Regular Coke is packed with sugar, making it denser than water and causing it to sink. Diet Coke uses artificial sweeteners, which are much lighter, allowing it to stay afloat. Next up, we've got grapes and a salty twist. Drop a few grapes into a glass of plain water, and they sink. Now, dissolve a lot of salt into another glass of water. Drop those same grapes into the salt water solution. They float. Adding salt increases the water's density. The salt water becomes denser than the grapes, causing them to bob at the surface. It's like giving those grapes a little life jacket. Ever wondered if those eggs in your fridge are past their prime? Fill a glass with water and gently drop an egg into it. If the egg sinks and lays flat, it's fresh. If it floats or stands upright, it's time to toss it out. As an egg ages, it loses moisture and air seeps inside, increasing its buoyancy. We all know wood floats, right? Well, hold on because we're about to debunk that myth. Most wood floats due to its porous structure, but Lignum vitae, a super-dense wood, actually sinks. Its cells are tightly packed with oils and resins, making it one of the densest woods on the planet. Avocados, those creamy green wonders, also have a surprising connection to the world of sink or float. Grab a ripe avocado and an unripe one, and let's put them to the test. Fill a bowl with water and gently place the ripe avocado in. It sinks to the bottom. Place the unripe avocado in the water, and it tends to float. As avocados ripen, their starches convert to sugars, increasing their density. Have you ever heard the expression, "That's just the tip of the iceberg"? Well, it turns out there's a lot of truth to that saying. About 90% of an iceberg is submerged underwater, with only 10% visible above the surface. This is because ice is slightly less dense than seawater. It's like a giant ice cube floating in your drink, only on a much larger scale. How can a massive ship made of steel float when a tiny paperclip sinks? It all comes down to displacement. When a ship is placed in water, it displaces a large amount of water. If the weight of the water displaced is equal to or greater than the weight of the ship floats. This principle, known as Archimedes' principle, allows even the largest ships to stay afloat. Time for another fruity experiment. Grab an orange and drop it in a bowl of water. It floats thanks to the peel, which is porous and filled with tiny air pockets. Now, peel that orange and drop the peeled fruit back into the water. It sinks because without its buoyant peel, the denser fruit is now heavier than the water it displaces. We've all heard the saying, oil and water don't mix. Oil is less dense than water, meaning its molecules are more spread out. This difference in density causes oil to float on top of water, creating that familiar separation. This property of oil has significant implications, especially when it comes to oil spills. For our final mind-blowing fact, we're going to explore the world of rocks. Most rocks sink in water, but pumice is an exception. This volcanic rock is created when lava erupts and cools rapidly, trapping gas bubbles inside. Its porous nature makes pumice less dense than water, allowing it to float. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these fascinating sink or float facts, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. We explored everything from the surprising buoyancy of Diet Coke to the hidden depths of icebergs. Who knew that something as simple as whether an object sinks or floats could be so fascinating? Until next time, keep those brains curious and never stop questioning the world around you. See you next time.